Most welcome to Unified Fields. I am Nicole, and in this new age, we are flowing so fast these days that the energy that is termed peace is not an option. It is or has become a necessity in order to move forward with everything that is going on out there in the big cosmos, and reclaiming your universal energy back in. And so many changes are flowing through, especially you know, the harmony, creating the harmony between team members, creating harmony in your family situation, jobs, cultural engagement, and so forth. And it is exactly that energy that is peace within that can be incorporated fully to its fullest, highest, universal, omni, beyond potential when all the old lanes parted. And what that means essentially, if there is still stuff frustrating you, irritating you, getting in your way from what you really want, then we cannot achieve inner peace. We have to deal with all these dense energies on a daily level and eliminate, evaporate daily. And once we do that and we learn to speak back from the heart as we used to do many million and billions of years ago, then we start to understand what initially broke us down much further than the matrix and all these control mechanisms. So it's up to our own mechanism, and especially the heart mechanism that functions so beautifully with a brain that has moved out of ego consciousness and resurrecting the self beyond the lower hormonal content. And that is such a beautiful alignment. And what I think is important to talk about this week is how your meditation is being set. Nobody will ascend without meditation. Nobody in the universe will respond to any vibration that is not in co-creation. We are all creative engines and need to move self back in that these creations, that universal vibration on the levels of peace, harmony, and especially balance. So during this month we had so many beautiful opportunities to balance out, especially with that vibration of the pink ray through or celestial, celestial and universal alignments coming through Andromeda and the pink dragon way, instilling in the heart with everything that was already installed. So here it's important to know about creation, and at least know about the ways that have been putting creation together, and why it is so important to restore Earth with all these ways of creation. So we have the first 12 ways, and that we can create with the higher ways of the creator self. So that is 22 ways, not to speak about the ways within elements, the ways within the plant kingdom, everything out there in nature, which is so beautiful. So when knowing, having the knowledge actually to work with all these ways of creation, we become conscious more and more every day of how creation has been put together and how we are sitting on the same table of recreating everything in the universe and bringing everything back in the exactitude of purity, which is quite something to understand. But as we are moving so fast, everybody can work with their green light, go, 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 and do what brings the tremble back into your heart. You know, your heart needs to shiver from the passion actually on the vibration of peace, which is quite a high level frequency to move into, and allowing new team members and different species in the big universe to start communicating with you, allowing them in your sacred space, your meditational space, and allowing self to work with all these 22 ways of creation and the gemstone ways and the titanium infused ways, which are very, very powerful. So here we do know we need to move out of everything that is termed synthetics and move into the purity of elements, vitamins, minerals, and we build our own body to the breathing system. And so moving into this frequency is understanding in the first place we need to move from the cellular structure into a light body parts and light body brain parts, because if we don't, the cellular structure always recycles the old and until they explode eventually. So it's good to always bring harmony, balance and peace into your house every day, into your energy fields. And what needs to come out will come out. There is no holding back anymore. So it's better to take your communication level with everybody that is involved or still involved in your life on that frequency. Talk about the things and eliminate. And if that doesn't help, you need to eliminate these frequencies out of your life, be it people, be it energies, be it whatever. And because, you know, October has been a very smooth month regarding quality time, balancing time, getting the new alchemist into its living light vibration that is moving the old magicianship out of the body, because that will get in the way. And so I encourage very much, before we move very, very fast in the purification streams next month, the purity of the great white dragon that is coming through and bringing justice also in your life, yes. And that is really good news. Not only justice, it's all the economics that will change over, because all businesses need to move on the streams of light earth business, and that is quite a lot. The most important alignment here would be, of course, getting your highest health back in and all that knowledge of how to get that right purified vibration sparkling from your energy fields in the hood, your house, and further down that lane. So here, the most simple, beautiful technique I have for you here this week is how can you integrate peace at all levels, become that peaceful vibration along the balance, so you can elevate or become the elevator of into your intuition and attract the correct communication levels and the telepathic wavelengths that move along that. On the other hand, there is some great, fear is still, that one thing that keeps people from being themselves. You cannot move with any density in the body, especially fear, especially, speaking the word of truth from yourself because of losing people, because of being judged and, the old lanes and all that. But how the hell are you ever going to become the real self when you are still fearing these lanes? So getting the technology of fearlessness in and moving into peace is the message I have, because, prepare for the incoming month. And if you're very balanced though, then you can move as fast with the universe, in harmony with what the universe is going to bring through. And that is quite a lot. If anybody still struggled with low mentality, low lanes and diseases or simple headaches and stuff, that does not belong in a light body and will attract equal frequencies. That is pure logic. So we will move in a higher level of universal knowledge and logic especially, which will become very interesting for those who do the meditational, devotional blessings, actually. Giving the blessings back to your source, inverting what you get. That is being grateful on a higher level. So everything is asking you to move faster, to elevate your belief, your trust levels, especially your faith, because nobody is going to do it for you. And once you get that and you want to move into the consciousness and how you can work with the ways of creation beyond the astrological planes of existence, that is an astro dream time that keeps you circling in density, and moving beyond that into your celestial, galactic, universal vibration and grounding that on the planet, then you will steam ahead full force. So I encourage everybody to really get the technique in, to hold your peace at all levels, but first and foremost, deal with your fears. Deal with them now, and you will never encounter them again, because it elevates you in a higher level of mentality. If you're fearless, you can speak any tone, any word can come out. And so working together with the telepathic waves and the information you get from other species is going to be important to bring the bigger transition for the health of people on the planet, concerning of course, the food industry, the minerals, the elements on a higher level, and how important the plant kingdom, the herbal kingdom is becoming right now. And let's really be grateful for that, and understanding that they grow on a different frequency than we know of, that is generating through Earth. There's a lot more to that, and once we have cleared out anything ego consciousness and move into the higher vibration, and we start to see crystal clear universally, we can sparkle out new communications with the elements, which is going to be a necessity as well, because we cannot live on vitamins and minerals that are synthetic. We cannot live on food that are that seem to be healthy, but that are being grown on grounds that are filled with mucus, or are filled with synthetics, because it's now or never. The body will reject it, and that's a good parameter to see where your vibration is at actually, and how fast you are willing to move, because working with all 22 ways of creation and getting your own formulas through is all that matters in direct connect with your source, of course, and how deep you are willing to polish the spark within to meet the origin or the return of your seed into the origin, and your psyche that can like change a million miles actually, and think on new higher levels of intelligence. So here, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this week, and please give some reflection to your spark, your alignments, your environment, and really stop listening to anybody in your environment. Start finally listening to self, because everything you need to know comes from within, and everything you do not know has been interrupted by density. So there's work to do, and as we're moving fast, get the best of your purified engines in, sparkle it out, and reflect what comes through beyond astrology and the astral plane that dumbs us down all of the time, and reason why people do not manifest as an automatic. Okay, bless you all, good luck, keep the joy, keep the balance, keep the harmony. See you next week.